once you get a house,
Mm-hmm.
once you close, have your client go out and write you a
review.
review on Zillow or Realtor.com.
Welcome to Gravity, the podcast about pulling clients into your real estate business. If you're a real estate agent trying to grow your business, this is the podcast for you. So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. Zillow or Realtor.com. Do you do any third-party type lead acquisitions?
Absolutely not.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
But I do tell everybody, because believe it or not, everybody is always looking on Zillow or Realtor.com. So I tell all of my agents, like, hey, once you get a house,
Mm-hmm.
once you close, have your client go out and write you a
review
on Zillow or Realtor.com, because I have received referrals from them, but it's not that they're actually calling. Is basically like another agent or a buyer from someone else. They look online and they say, hey, I saw you on Realtor.com, saw you on Zillow, saw your reviews, I want to work with you. So that type of thing. But I'm not going to pay for those leads, because to me, they're not really good leads. I've heard so many horror stories, and I don't like to waste my money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm not doing any of those leads.
Yeah, that's good. I have some agents that I've worked with in the past who are completely dependent on third-party leads, and I always get nervous for somebody like that, simply because if you're dependent on a third-party site for leads, what happens when the third-party site, aka Zillow, starts buying houses,
Right.
and now they turn into your competitor?
So
I know they're still trying to work both sides of the fence, but what happens when they jump to the other side of the fence and they stop selling leads to the agents, or the lead quality drops because they're cherry picking leads or doing whatever? And I know a year ago there was a blip when they announced that they were going to start buying houses. The effectiveness of some of those leads that were coming through Zillow kind of got diluted a little bit and went down. So
yeah, that's what
but their prices never go down. They're
exactly.
Definitely that's an expensive lead. So as an agency, I can't even buy Zillow leads because I still got to work with my agent, and it just doesn't economically make sense at the agency level for me to buy leads. I would have to just support whatever agent in my firm who wanted to do that and say, okay, you want to do it, it's your dime. We'll support that. But yeah, it doesn't really make sense for us at the agency level to do that either.
Yeah, it's too costly.
Yeah.
And then you have so many people, because they do them kind of like on zip codes. When I looked into it at one time before, it was something like, if you want this zip code costs more, this zip code. And I was like, well, how many people are buying this zip code? And then I have to keep clicking all the time. So I'm like, no, it's not for me.